Hello everyone, my name is Griff, and this is my channel, and you may be noticed that there's no music playing right now, and that's because I'm going to be doing, firstly, a blind reaction to the trailer for the new Gala Dragalia for June 2020. Now, this is a new Gala Dragalia. I expected this. I just left the Nintendo mobile page open so that I could quickly click on this. I have not seen anything. I haven't seen the thumbnail. As you can see, I have news open, but this is open to an older new page, so I wouldn't see anything. So you're going to get my blind first reaction to this, and then I'm going to go over and look at the units and see what we see. Honestly, for my predictions before I do anything, I'm expecting either Galaxy if it's a unit for the Gala unit itself. Probably, I'd guess she'd be water, and maybe a sword. And if it's a dragon, I would expect either a shadow dragon that's a counterpart to Mars or a water dragon that's a counterpart to Mars. But we've wasted long enough. Let's get right into it. Alright. Now it is purple, so it's probably a shadow. It says June 28th to July 2nd. So that's the limit. That's about 4 to 5 days. So just about this weekend and then a couple days after. Alright. Curious cats are everywhere. So this is probably, if I'm guessing just based on this, so it's Katsura at the end. They're going to come right in. Alright, that's what I thought. I thought it was going to be a shadow dragon, and I thought it was going to be a... Yeah, I thought it was going to be shadow. I thought it was going to be a dragon. There's Shell. Shell is her cat. Shell's unyielding spirit has often led her to rash action, but that which makes her so fun. Interesting. As this time I develop a similar manner, Katsura. I deploy you in a similar manner. Oh, so maybe the lore behind this is that Shell is using Katsura to spy on the prince. That could be fun. Meow, meow. What a terrible thing to say to a weak and helpless dragon like me. Mew should be honored, the most honored, to be named my servant. Mew should be, okay. She is gigantic. Interestingly, if I look back at the skill for a second, I went too far back. Let's just look at the skill for a second. It's like a tornado effect, so I wonder if this is lingering. Capricious feline. Gala Katsura. Element is shadow. Alright, who else is on this? New allies have arrived. There's Eugene. Sullen youth. He is a water sword. Okay. Matching the facility, so maybe Katherine is a lance. Okay, he has a giant chest piece. That's funny. Wonder how that works. Perfect flower. She is a lance. Okay. Okay. There's a bunch of bodyguards show up. And then Styx, the dragon. Mischievous guardian. Okay. I know they're good people around and grant you the blessings of the Great River. 5% rates go up from 4 to 6. From June 28th to July 2nd. Let me quickly start the music. Alright. Now let's look at the news update. Announcing Gala Dragalia. Ah, my tongue's in a twist. Alright, let's look at this here. The initial rate for 5-star adventures and dragons will be boosted 6% from what standard up from the standard 4%. If you get a 5-star summon or a feature 5-star summon, the appearance rate will return to 6%. The newly added adventures Eugene Water and Katherine Water, as well as the Dragon 6 Water, will also appear in the next summon showcase. Katsura. Alright. A dragon's horned shell who enjoys people watching and midnight walks. Her cute exterior bells a mischievous caprice, and she treats untrusted people as playthings. Her cautious and passion match her pack-bound human. Interesting. Okay. Don't think of Meow as any ordinary feline, so she's clearly a fan of puns. Deal shadow damage directly ahead for 10 seconds. What? Huh. Okay then. That's gonna be interesting. If the user is attuned to Shadow, increases damage dealt to the user's next 15 skills by 180% at the start of quests. Every 25 hit combo will increase the damage dealt by an additional skill by 180. A maximum of 15 skills. A maximum of 15 of this skill damage increase effect can be stored for use, and any excesses will be discarded. What? If the user's Shadow increases the damage up on the user's next 8 skills by 8% when the user's shapeshift is done. Huh. Okay then. This is just deplorable. Oh my gosh, I'm disgusted. So this dragon is entirely about skill damage, but in an obscene level. You look at, let me quickly pull up the page for, let me turn this down a bit. Let me quickly pull up the page for Shinobi. No. Shinobi Dragon Dragalia. If we look at his game press page, Shinobi is a Shadow Dragon. That passive increases skill damage by 90%. Her passive is increasing it by 180% under certain conditions. So at the start of the quest, your next 15 skills will be 180. And then additionally, after a 25 hit combo, it will increase the damage by another 180 after those 15 first uses. And a maximum of 15 of the skill damage increase can be stored for use. So basically, every time you get a 25 hit combo, you'll get one of these. And then when you use a skill, you will use this up. So this sounds really good on any adventure with a multi-hit move like Gala Cleo. Her Ancient Ray, not Ancient Ray, I forget what it's called off the top of my head, but that move is a multi-hit move and it will increase your combo count. Wow, this dragon looks insane. Oh, here we go, we have something more. Regarding while shapeshift, Gala Katsura standard attacks deal damage to enemies in an area and inflict sleep. Even if the buff applied to Gala Katsura's Shadow Trickful Mastery 1/2 ability has stacked, it will count as a single buff for skills that will be altered by the number of buffs affecting the user. Okay, so her auto attacks put them to sleep and her buff counts as one skill. Confirmed. So that's something to notice, that this won't really max out your buffs. Yeah. So if you're a skill damage person like Gala Alex or Gala Cleo, this dragon is going to be insane. Insane. Okay. Originally, I thought this was just going to be like Gala Mars or just increased strength, but if this is this way, I would 100% recommend summoning on her, especially for her, on this banner, because Shadow is such a strong element that just, wow, it is such a completely strong element, and this is just going to help it so much. Shadow's all about skill damage, so that's just something that they really are going to need. Plus, on top of that, she can inflict sleep just by existing, and then even more on top of that, her buff that she gets, even though it stacks up to 15 times, will only count as one buff. Alright, let's get into sticks. A dragon guardian of South Castere's rivers, and much more vagrant between immature and mature forms. A normal friendly dragon witnessing human breaking to a certain taboo causes it to produce a troublesome copies of itself. So we saw this in the event. This exact dragon. I know the goddess in the goodness in people now, and grant you the blessing of the great rivers. Okay. Deal water damage in a line. To enemies in a line, damage will be increased based on the number of Ice Spirit stacks the user has. Ice Spirit stacks are gained through 6 normal attacks and can be stacked up to 3 times. All Ice Spirits will be consumed when the user uses this skill or when the shapeshift is undone. Okay, so she has some sort of passive when she auto attacks. Compounding skill damage. If the user is tuned to water, increases the skill damage of the next skill by 50% for 15 seconds. Every 15 seconds that pass, this buff will stack up to 4 times. All stacks will be lost upon using attacking skill. Interesting. Huh. I don't think this is good, we're being honest. Increases damage to their next attacking skill by 50% for every 15 seconds that pass. This buff will stack up to 4 times. All stacks will be lost. So we're gonna have to wait 15 seconds between each skill, at least, just to get a 50% buff. Well, Siren is giving you a skill damage 90% buff. Now this doesn't say skill damage, it says the next attack skill. So maybe this multiplies in a different way, but this seems bad, if I'm being honest. This does not seem good just from the way I'm reading it. Maybe I'm misunderstanding how they're wording it, but this does not seem good to me. Now, featured adventurers. Eugene. Okay, let's just jump right into his skills, because this looks long already. Signature tactic. Creates a buff zone that lasts for 10 seconds and activates skill shift. Phase 1, Grassland and Warriors Advance. Increases the strength of adventures inside the buff zone by 20%. Phase 2, Cell Wards Assault. Increases the strength of adventures inside the buff zone and increases their flame resistance by 8%. Okay. Phase 3, Sacred Dragon Lord's Encouragement. Increases strength of adventures inside the buff zone by 20%. Increases their flame resistance by 8% and adds a 20% modifier to the critical damage. Grants the user the check effect and immediately readies checkmate ready for use. The checkmate skill can only be used once the user has the check effect, and the check effect can be stored up to a maximum of 2 times. Interesting. And checkmate is his... Huh, okay. So, checkmate's his second skill and it's shareable, but it's saying that he needs the effect in order to be used it. So how do you get the effect? Deals water damage to enemies directly ahead. The skill can only be used when the user has the check effect, and using it will consume 1 check. Okay, he has Dragon Haste as his skill Dragon Haste as his skill ability. Dragon Claws 6 as his chain skill ability, so that's pretty good, but I'm pretty sure there's some other water units with this. I'd have to check, but we'll look at that later. Critical hit equals inspiration level up to. Increases the user inspiration level by 1 each time the user attacks is a critical hit. After activating this ability, it will activate again for 10 seconds. Okay. Stun resist. Okay. HP 70% equals defense plus 13. Okay, that's not too bad, but it makes him a defensive unit. He seems to be a rather defensive unit, but he also has a strength buff, so he's definitely a supporter type unit. But so, okay, so you have to use this skill 3 times in order to get the check effect due to getting it on the last phase. So we don't know SP cost yet, but this has to be a good SP cost, because if it's not, this is just you're never gonna get this. And I'm assuming if it has this effect, that this has a big modifier on it. Still, I wonder, it says shareable, but you need the check effect, so I wonder how other people will be getting the check effect. But all in all, he seems alright. He seems like a kind of discount Gala Ellie, if I'm being honest here, because Gala Ellie can increase strength to everyone on the team, and then additionally she can increase flame resistance by even more. So he seems like a kind of worse Gala Ellie in a way, but he has swords, so that's interesting. He has competition with Xander, who is a day 1 unit who has never received any kind of love at all, so that's just something to think about. And lastly, we're going to look at Katherine. And I'm just going to jump right into her skill. Beckon Call. Increases the user's strength by 20% for 10 seconds and grants the user the perfect escort effect. The perfection embodies ability buffs the users based off the number of perfect escort stacks they have, up to a maximum of 3 stacks. Okay. She has a 20% strength buff and she gets a passive effect that stacks into something called Perfection Embodied, which I'm assuming is an ability. Yes, it is. Okay. Deals water damage to the target. Sorry, this is Perfect Order, your second skill, which is shareable. Deals water damage to the target and nearby enemies. Damage will be increased based on the number of perfect escort stacks the user has. Using the skill will consume all the perfect escort stacks. Okay, so this is going to work like Crom, where he uses his first skill, gets up to 3 stacks, and then does a big damage second skill. So both of these characters are about stacking damage, stacking these effects, and then using their second skill. Ooh, went too far. Ability HP plus 15%. To be expected, chain ability plus 10 hits equals strength plus 13. That's going to be really good on any dagger unit, or really any multi-hit water unit. So that's just something that, yeah, if you get her, you might want to invest in her just for this alone, just to put her on the back line. Perfection Embodied. Buffs the user's standard attacks 4 strikes and the perfect order skill based off of the number of perfect escort skills they have. In addition, they will be immune to knockback, and all elemental attuned damage they take will be reduced by 10% as long as they have at least 1 stack. But they will lose 1 stack each time they take damage. Interesting. So in order to really get this second skill to be strong, you have to not get hit. So I'm wondering if the modifier on this is like insane, because not only do you need to get 3 stacks, but you also need to not get hit, which is even going to be even more difficult, especially in the current battles, like in the new Agito where there's so many purples. That might be hard to do. So we'll have to see about SP costs, but just based off of my gut impression, she seems okay. Eugene seems like if you have Gala Ellie, you really don't need him, but he seems okay. He has Dragon Claws and he has some things in his kit. Styx seems bad, just straight up. I just don't like this dragon. From just reading this alone, you don't get any kind of normal strength at all, and that doesn't seem good to me if I'm being completely honest. So, whereas opposed to Katsura, you know, you don't get any strength either, but you also get 180 skill damage. Where you're getting 50 for 15 seconds. This can be stronger because it stacks up to 4 times, but it's going to take you a whole minute to get there. So imagine not using a skill for a whole minute. Yeah. So Katsura seems like a gigantic yes, especially if you have a shadow unit, especially if you're doing like deal shadow damage directly ahead to enemies for 10 seconds. If that does a combo town every time you get hit, that's going to be insane. Their standard attacks inflict sleep, and they have this effect. So yeah. And if you shapeshift, you get another 8 stacks of this. So this dragon seems extremely good. So I would say 100% yes, no, maybe, and on this unit so far. Unless actually skill damage plus 30% and stun res. So I mean, alright, I'll move her up. She's decent. He's alright. I wouldn't say decent. He definitely is power crept by Gala Ellie, who's already out. No, and yes. So that's my impressions of the banner. Honestly, I think I'm going to be doing a subbing video tomorrow then, because I was expecting this to be the dragon. There's no other news. I was expecting this to be the dragon. I wanted this dragon, so look forward to that. But that's going to be all from me from today. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and vote in the poll. I'll add a poll for which unit on this you like the most, and I'll see you next time.